Last but not the least, topic. And I think you guys figured it out. This is the one. Cool. Huawei Mate 30 series. Starring the Mate 30 Pro and the Mate 30. So this is an article from The Verge. Huawei's flagship Mate 30 Pro has an impressive spec, but no Google. What I want to do first is I want to treat this phone as if it runs Google services. Let's look at this phone for hardware-wise, and let's compare it to where it was from last year with the Mate 20 Pro, which was one of my favorite phones from last year. Damien knows it was one of my favorite phones from last year, and compare to where we are now. Let's see. A year difference, and where are we? So Mate 30 Pro, Mate 20 was announced October, so they pushed it back. They pushed it forward, so, this got announced sooner. Expected, so dimensions, slightly bigger, give it a glass 6 now, bigger screen. But this is my first pickup here. Display. And I was discussing this before, that this looks like, to me personally, a step back, right? People may think that, it is true that there's more to a good display than the resolution, but to me, you've taken a step back. Pro device with less of a potential screen quality compared to last year, and a display experience in terms of design, because this new, and I'm gonna put my hands up, right? I'm probably one of the people to blame for these waterfall displays and these horizon displays coming out. It's too much. It's too extreme. I am all for the borderless, notchless, screen experience. I mean, I love my OnePlus 7 Pro, right? I love what it's doing. I love that design. I love that OnePlus 7 Pro, right? But this is just too extreme. You see, so first pickup is that this display experience is very questionable to me. So first chip to have the 7nm plus silicon with the Kirin 990, better processor in terms of especially graphics experience. The Mali GPU does step up, more cores, slower clock speed, but more cores. The architecture has been built from the big little. Looks like they're using UFS 3.0 storage. Now the camera. So I mean, let me click away and go to full. Camera's a big step up. Camera's a big step in the right direction. In terms of even the camera sensor size, look at the camera sensor size as the main camera. It's a 1/1.54 inch sensor, whereas the 1/1.7 was already massive. This is getting close to that 1 inch sensor size of a point and shoot camera. 40 megapixels with that pixel bin where it's taking 10 megapixel shots, 80mm equivalent field of view. This is the camera in terms of hardwares. Finally, it shoots 4K 60. I don't know how they're pulling off this super slow motion at 720p and 7,680 frames a second. I don't know how they're pulling this off. I like the fact that it's 1080p 960 as well. Video is looking on point. They didn't do anything for the selfie video, which again, Apple's winning at the minute. Same, a step up in terms of the selfie. Charging, 40 watt supercharging, still impressive with 4,500 milliamps. Samsung is winning there in terms of their support. This is impressive. 27 watt wireless charging, which is impressive. Very good, very good. But this Horizon display, with what I've seen, I'm not liking it. I'm not liking the fact that there's no physical volume buttons, and the volume control, I just think it would just be a cluster to have that as my daily solution to be able to change the volume. Like, it's an absolute cluster. That's something that just I've seen every person's video on it, and that volume control of being able to double tap on the screen, not me. I don't want these Horizon displays. these OnePlus 7 Pro phones and whatnot have a screen to body ratio when you're measuring it with the curve is 92%. Make the chin maybe smaller. No, not at the detriment of volume buttons. And then on top of that is below a QHD plus display, right? So you're not putting a high refresh rate. It's below QHD plus. I get the pro aspect is in the camera and the charging technology and the battery tech, but the display is important. The display is important. And I'm sure they've sorted out the other reliability issues in terms of quality control, as well as, maybe brightness and a color rendition. Fine. But this Horizon display, for me, with no volume buttons, I think using it on the daily, I would just be frustrated. I know it seems like such a pet peeve, but it feels like more than a pet peeve to be able to and I've seen the Vivo Nex 3. I've seen the Nex 3 in person. The discoloration of a Horizon or waterfall display on the sides is really bad, to the point where it basically just looks green. I love these borderless displays, but not to this extreme. Even if it had Google services, this Mate 30 Pro does not get me anywhere near overall as excited as the Mate 20 Pro did when I did my unboxing video on it and I had it for a little while. It just doesn't. It doesn't fill me with the same confidence that it had from last year. It really doesn't. And it should do, but it just doesn't. That's not accounting for the whole Google services thing. I'm treating this as you buy it, you can buy it out of the box. I just wouldn't be excited to get this phone. Some aspects I would be, don't get me wrong, but as an overall package, I still respect what Huawei are doing. Don't get me wrong. You build your own chipsets, you're investing in your own charging technology, your battery tech is on point, your cameras, like hardware wise, as well as even the software pipeline processing, the features, even more flexibility now that you've really improved video as well to really align to it. I respect that. That's sick. But everything else, you just went a little bit too far, man. The price that is coming in at, 1,100 euros for the 4G model. Yes, I don't know, man. In this current state where, you're trying to push Huawei Mobile services, again, you don't have a choice. You have to. You don't have a choice. You really do have to, because Google ain't backing you. You're using Android 10 with EMUI 10 on an AOSP level. You don't have a choice. The price that you're commanding, I get you've now built yourself to be that level of a premium brand in that retrospect. You're asking too much. You're asking too much from your mass media, from your mass public that you're trying to grab to sideload apps. You're asking too much. Would I want to at least try the Mate 30 Pro? Of course. I've tried, my first video that I did on my channel, my second video was on a P9 and a P9 Plus. So I've been using Huawei products, in and out, from the P20 Pro, the P10 Plus, Mate 20 Pro. I've been using Huawei products. Would I want to try it? Yes. But would I be excited like I had the same excitement for the Mate 20 Pro? No. I'll definitely say I'm not.